Really a case now of come on Marlene, exactly. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. One of the biggest royal stories of late, of course, was the, well, shameful episode that really was all down to this particular individual, Marlene Headley. Various other names, as we now know, have been given by her about her various charities that she's undertaken to run. 65,000 plus a year plus expenses, which are now being investigated by the Charities Commission. This is all because, of course, she highlighted an alleged element of racism at a recent royal event hosted by the Queen Consort. Interesting to note, isn't it, that, of course, she never felt that this was going to backfire. Straight after that, of course, Marlene decided that she was going to do a tour of all media landscape, including radio, television and digital, explaining exactly just how hurt she was regarding that particular incident, which of course was all regarding her treatment allegedly from her Lady Susan Hussey, a lady who'd been part of the royal circle for over 60 years and a great source of comfort in the latter part of her life to our wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. It's funny though, isn't it? Because when you highlight something, you never truly anticipate that the spotlight is going to shift and turn itself back on you. Now, the problem, of course, for Marlene is this, that her particular company, Sister Space, which really is a charity born out of some, shall we say, strange background, to say the least, as ever, we say allegedly, never really actually opens its doors to other than black ladies. Incredible, isn't it, when you think? When you consider that the charity is all about providing a safe space for any woman, why would you segregate? Then, odd situation, isn't it, to think? Now, of course, the difficulties for Marlene, as she's known, simply because she's now going to be investigated herself by apparently to do with tax. Where did funds go? Who donated to what? Who signed off what, more importantly? Now, my advice to Marlene would have been this. Whoever advised you and you thought you could get away with this or just highlight this as a thing to highlight your particular charity, then where does that truly leave you? But more importantly, moving forward, and I think this is what's really interesting, she clearly never thought that this was going to turn itself back against her. And now for Marlene, she could be known for something totally different, all the while ruining the life of someone who'd offered a lot of dedicated service. Now, as you can imagine, there was this point where Lady Susan Hussey was allegedly going to go public and apologise to Marlene Headley. Now that's been put on ice until a thorough investigation has taken place. Oh, and by the way, the King and Queen Consort, which it was alleged were going to invite Marlene over to Buckingham Palace to apologise personally. Yes, guess what? That too has now been put on ice until the whole situation has been concluded effectively. The name of the game in this particular story is be careful what you decide to shine a spotlight on. Sometimes the light can remain exactly on the right or indeed the wrong person. Neil Sean, Buckingham Palace, London.